Hello and good day to you. This is the weekly news recap on the Insider Podcast. The weekly news recap is where we bring to you news stories that made headline for the week. I am Kayode Sonny. Let's begin from Monday, where Vice President Kashim Shettima visited victims of last Saturday's suicide bombings in Goza, Borno State. During the visit, Shettima made personal donations to the surviving victims while he condoled the families of dead victims. It will be recalled that 18 persons were reported killed when 4 suicide bombers set off improvised explosive devices in Goza on Saturday. Meanwhile, it was a Black Monday for the people of Kano and Kaduna State in northwest Nigeria as a road crash at the Dangwaro flyover along the popular Kaduna-Zaria road claimed the lives of 25 persons, leaving 53 others injured. The Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC, Kano Sector Command, confirmed the tragic event which occurred at 3:30 a.m. A trailer with 90 individuals on board reportedly lost control due to overspeeding and crashed, resulting in significant casualties and injuries. Still on Monday, the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, urged the federal government to do a detailed breakdown on the utilization of borrowed funds. Obi made the demand in a post on X while decrying significant increase in government borrowing at the end of first quarter, which he said reached 121.86 trillion naira. He also said that the total amount borrowed could exceed 150 trillion naira by the end of the year if the current trend persists. Now on Tuesday, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company NNPC Limited declared a state of emergency on oil and gas production in Nigeria. Group Chief Executive Officer of the company, Mele Kyari, disclosed this in a keynote address at the opening ceremony of the 23rd edition of the Nigeria Oil and Gas Conference and Exhibition in Abuja. According to Kyari, NNPC have declared war on the challenges affecting Nigeria's crude oil production. Also on Tuesday, a member of the House of Representatives, Cyril Hart, walked out on plenary after accusing the Deputy Speaker of the House, Benjamin Kalu, of ignoring first-timers during debates. The lawmaker said he had noticed the Deputy Speaker does not give preference to first-timers. Hart said this after the lawmaker representing Damboa Goza Chibok Federal Constituency, Borno State, Amadou Jaha, moved a motion condemning a recent suicide bombing which claimed at least 32 lives in Goza area of the northeast state. Still on Tuesday, Southeast governors announced that they will interface with the federal government for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This formed part of the communique issued after a meeting of the forum in Enugu. At the meeting, which also had other stakeholders in attendance, were Governors Hope Uzodinma, Dr. Alex Oti, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, Right Honorable Francis Nfuru of Imo, Abia, Anambra and Ebonyi State respectively, as well as the host, Governor Peter Umba of Enugu State. And now to Wednesday, the Senate urged the federal government to intensify efforts in funding the capital components of the 3 national budgets running concurrently in the country. The chairman, Senate Committee on Appropriations, Senator Solomon Adiola, gave the task when the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Wale Edun, and the Accountant General of the Federation, Oluwatoyin Madane, appeared before the panel over the budget's performances. Adiola lamented the poor funding of the capital components of the budget and urged Edun to improve on it. Also on Wednesday, the Senate asked the Nigerian Army and other security agencies to deploy modern technological equipment to fight terrorists. The Senate also rejected a resolution seeking to oversight monies appropriated to previous service chiefs for the procurement of arms and ammunition. The rejection came against the backdrop of a motion raised by Senator Ali Ndume on the suicide attacks in Goza, Borno State, and the urgent need to stem the tide of the ugly menace. Still on Wednesday, nurses and midwives in Oyo State insisted that their ongoing strike would not be called off until their demands were met by the state government. The chairman, National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Dr. Samuel Adeyemi, in an interview with newsmen in Ibadan, said there was no going back on the industrial action. It will be recalled that nurses and midwives in the state government-owned hospitals and health centers began an indefinite strike on the 21st of May 2024. And now to Thursday. President Bola Tinubu inaugurated the Presidential Economic Coordination Council (PECC), tasked with strategizing a way out of the current economic situation in the country. The council has a mix of government officials, top private sector players and consultants, including President of the Dangote Industries Limited, Mr. Aliko Dangote, Chairman of the United Bank of Africa, Mr. Tony Elumelu, and Chief Executive Officer of the Financial Derivatives Company Limited, Bismarck Rewane. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, while briefing newsmen after the inauguration of the council, said the council is to meet and report to the president monthly. Also on Thursday, the federal government warned that the increasing level of flooding and continuous rainfall may worsen the spread of cholera in the country. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Joseph Chalumnon, raised the concern while addressing a press conference on Thursday. According to him, a total of 63 deaths and 2,102 suspected cases have already been recorded as of Wednesday, 3rd of July 2024, since the outbreak of the epidemic. Still on Thursday, the Senate resolved to probe the $5.79 billion Mambila hydroelectric power project located in Taraba State. The Senate, following a debate on a motion moved by Senator Manu Haruna and supported by 28 others, resolved to probe the circumstances surrounding the apparent failure of the plant to come on stream 7 years after the signing of the full contract. The probe will look at steps taken since 1999 till date to execute the project. And now to Friday. The federal government has said that it is transitioning from asphalt to concrete in the construction of highways across the country. This was made known by the Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, when he led federal legislators and top government officials on a tour of a plant in Campstel Integrated Company Limited in Jimba, Oja, the Felodun local government area of Kwara State. The minister said that 70% of federal highways have been designed on concrete to elongate their lifespan after construction and commissioning for public use. Also on Friday, the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum and governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, on Friday said the forum would partner with Ohanaeze Ndigbo to industrialize the Southeast Zone. The governor stated this during a consultative meeting with members of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo Council of Igbo Business Leaders at the Government House, Owerri. Uzodinma, who said his state was ready for business and eager to receive investors with the requisite know-how and technology in gas exploration, commended the Apex Socio-Cultural Organization in Igboland for constituting the council. Still on Friday, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara said there is no cause to worry over the decision of the appeal court on the crisis in the State House of Assembly. The governor, who spoke during an inspection of the reconstruction of the zonal hospital project in Boritown, the headquarters of the Kana local government area of the state, said he's not deterred by the appellate court's decision on the assembly crisis. And that's the weekly roundup for the week right here on the Insider Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.